Hello, my name's Paige. I'm back. Yesterday I did a little video on my day 3, and today I'm on day 4 with Bell's palsy. As you can see, it's this side of my face that's not working. My eyes are kind of dilated right now because I went to an ophthalmologist today to have them check my eyes. They dilated it and wanted to make sure everything looked fine. But I was going to give y'all a brief little peek into what it's been like for me so that anybody else that's going through this or is curious or scared like I've been, at least maybe I could help you or tell you my journey with this. But how it started with me was about last week, maybe last weekend, the weekend before this weekend. It ain't gonna help you because you don't even know. Today is actually August 16th, so a week ago, I started having really bad blisters and bad sores on the palate of my mouth all the way back, and it's on one side only, which was really weird, and they were really painful, and I had never had blisters in my mouth before, so I've never even had a cold sore, so I had no idea what's going on. I toughed it out over the weekend and was in a lot of pain. Finally, this last Monday, I was like, okay, I'm not feeling too good. Like, the right side of my tongue was kind of numb, and I just kind of felt funny. I had a real bad earache over the weekend, and I went to a walk-in clinic, and the doctor was like, okay, well, I don't know about the ear pain and stuff. He's like, I think that maybe it's a virus. He said, I think that you might have the shingles. He said, it looks like shingles, more so than the herpes zoster. So they did the testings and they put me on Valtrex, and I think that was all he put me on. But that was he said he thinks that I had shingles. And so I was like, okay. And I told him about my tongue tingling too, and he was like, I don't know. If it gets worse, come back. So this was Monday night. Tuesday morning, I wake up and I didn't sleep good, and I realized, wait a minute, like when I woke up, my eye felt funny, and I was like, it's like something's wrong with it, and I couldn't figure out what was going on with my eye. Like, it was so scary. So I get up, and I'm like running through the house, and I go into the bathroom, and I'm looking at my face, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm having a stroke. Like, this is it. Like, I could be dying right now. And so I was so scared. Like, my adrenaline kicked right in, and I remember just like quickly throwing on my shoes, getting dressed as quick as I could, running as fast as I could to get out the door, because with my nursing experience, I know that strokes are pretty serious. Only 60% of people make it to a hospital in time to get treatment for a stroke and live through it. So that's pretty scary. So I was just thinking, okay, I got to beat the clock. I don't know how long this has been happening. And I'm driving down the road, speeding, because I was really scared, trying to get to the emergency room. And then I start hyperventilating, because I'm so scared. And my hands go numb, and I just start feeling kind of funky. I end up pulling over into a fire department. I prayed for a little while. And then I called 911. And I was like, look, I think I'm having a stroke. I need an ambulance. Tried calling my husband. I didn't want to call my kid. My son was at school. I didn't want to send him a message. I didn't want to scare him, but I wanted to say goodbye if something was happening. And that was a really bad feeling. That's probably the only thing that's got me so emotional still, is just how traumatizing that morning was for me, thinking that I was facing death and having to say goodbye to my family. So it took paramedics not even 30 seconds to get to me. They were like, boom, Smyrna, Tennessee, you guys are on top of it. So they get me and loaded up. My blood pressure was really high, but like I said, I was hyperventilating. I was very afraid. So my pulse was very high, and then they told me, they said, I don't think you're having a stroke. She said, I don't know what's wrong with your face. Maybe it could be because of whatever's going on in your throat. it could be related somehow. She was like, but you definitely need to be checked. We could give you a ride to the hospital, or you could sign a release and you could take yourself. So I was like, well, as long as I'm not having a stroke. She was like, well, from what we could tell, you're not, but we can't do an MRI right here. And she was like, but you seem fine and you can drive if you feel safe enough. So I said, okay. I signed the release and I went to my doctor's office, just drove straight to his office. They took me right back. My doctor and me are pretty tight. He's awesome. He's the coolest doctor I've ever had. And I went back and he walked in and he just looked at me and was like, you got Bell's palsy. And like, he just knew it, clicked in his brain. And I was like, what? What's this? And he was like, it's totally okay. He was like, calm down. You're going to be fine. And he just kept telling me, you're going to be fine. He's like, I am almost 100% sure this is what you have. And I'm like, dude, I hope you're telling the truth. Because I'm really scared right now. Like, scared. And he said, well, just to be safe, let's send you to the emergency room. I said, okay. So I go to the emergency room. I get to the triage. They called me right in. The doctor come into the triage, and he was like, you've got Bell's palsy. And he was like, we don't even need to check you for a stroke. You've got Bell's palsy. And I was like, okay, what the hell is this? This is crazy. He explained it to me and also talked to me about being so afraid and talked to me about maybe going home and praying and meditating and relaxing through it and getting in to see a specialist. So they gave me a shot right then of steroids, which was good. They got it in me. And all my symptoms were classic for Bell's palsy because right before they say it happens, usually you have real bad ear pain, which my ear pain was very bad over the weekend. I was telling my husband all weekend, like, man, my ear hurts. I haven't had an ear infection since I was like 8. I'm 34. Like, my ear hurts. And then the tongue numbness is one of the first things too. So they were like, all your symptoms are classic. And so I was like, okay. I went to the ENT doctor. Mind you, I haven't been keeping it together well. I've been crying a lot. Like, even when I'm talking to the doctors, I'm in there crying, and it's so awkward because only this side of my face is like, and like this side's not working at all. And it's so weird. And I'm just like, I'm crying because of how traumatizing it was, thinking I was dying. It was so scary, but I'm so thankful that it's nothing serious. I am going to be okay. I will recover. It's going to be a long process from what I'm understanding, and I spit and drool all over myself. It's really hard to drink too. But anyway, the ENT doctor, they put me on a very high dose of steroids. So now I'm taking 60 milligrams of steroids every morning. Got me feeling kind of funny. Makes my heart skip a little bit. Doctor told me to be prepared for that. I have really bad anxiety. I'm a worrywart. So they were like, listen, it's going to make your heart feel funny. It's going to make you feel a little weird. Could make your anxiety a little bit worse. Could make you agitated. Just tough it out. I've been toughing it out. So, anyway, now here I am. And what I've been doing is I've been rubbing my face a lot. I've been really, like, focusing on, like, going, just, there's exercises. Just doing that, pushing. What? Since I can't flare this nostril when I try to, I just do this side. And then smile, same thing. Just kind of help yourself. Raising your eyebrows. Just do those exercises and it will help a lot. Another thing I've researched is B12 injections can help like fix bad nerves that's been damaged. So I'm not sure how much studies has been done on it, but when I was doing a lot of my research on Bell's palsy, I read a lot about B12. So that's what I went and did today. I went and got a B12 shot. So I got a B12 shot, I got my prednisone, I got the Valtrex. I'm taking everything. But another thing is just trying to remain calm and not being stressed out and so scared and knowing that everything's just going to be fine. And today's day 4 for me, so I'm still pretty early in. I've been very depressed. I don't want to leave my house. I don't want people to see my face like this because I'm kind of embarrassed. And I guess doing a video I think would be good because other people that are going through what I'm going through we can kind of talk and just discuss this. So if you guys have any questions or want to chat about it, feel free to comment and I'll respond and talk about whatever you want. I don't care. I'm an open book here. And it'd be nice to find other people that are going through a similar situation. But this is after 4 days. This is the most I can close my eye. So not much movement there. Smiling. Even open my mouth. It goes to that side. Everything goes. And drinking. Gosh. Straws. Make sure you got straws because it gets all over your face. Drinking is just like everywhere. So drinking and eating has become kind of a task for me. And then also I got this sexy little eye patch here to keep my eye closed that I wear. My kid tells me I look like a pirate. And he's like, say arg, Mom. So I'm wearing my pirate patch. Arg. But yeah. This has been something. This is scary. But if anybody is going through this and you're afraid, just know it's temporary and it will get better. Just don't worry about it. Don't freak out. And I'm going to be posting daily logs so that, everybody can see my journey and see how much movement I get and how long it takes to get back to where I need to be with my face. Today's day 4. See you tomorrow.